Or he was here.
No, I mean, like, in the world.
Oh, that's not important right now, man.
It's like, it's the. I just want to know if the storm's coming my way.
No, he's in DC, Maryland area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had a storm earlier. It's still calmed down a bit, but
we're talking. Oh man, what a night. Okay, so this is the official start. All that stuff you just saw a few seconds ago was me trying to tragically fix what's going on here. So welcome to Tags, everybody. We are doing X-Men Mutant stuff tonight, and I'm just going to jump over real quick to the quad view so you can see everybody here we have at the moment. I do need to make some changes on the icons. So yeah, it's going to be a wild night, folks. So we have with us tonight Sean Hill. In the upper left, we got Kelly Williams, Limgenco, and Chris Vance at the moment. So hopefully Philip Jean-Pierre will be able to join us again. He was here, but they've had some bad storms in his area. So yeah, so I'm going to we'll just go with what we got right now, fellas. So,
All right.
yeah,
Makes you.
Russian. So. Sean, what are you drawing tonight? What do you got going on?
I don't know. I think it's gonna be Colossus, maybe. Yeah. We'll just do Colossus.
I mean, don't let me, force your hand or anything if you want to.
Yeah, no.
I just, I approve, but don't make me the final say. If that's what you want to do, go for it.
Yeah, definitely gonna be Colossus.
Awesome. So our prodigal son Kelly has returned.
Hey.
After many missed opportunities because of schedule conflicts, but hopefully all the conventions you went to were great.
No, they were pretty bad.
Oh, sorry about that.
Move on.
Okay, yeah, moving on. What are you drawing tonight? I mean,
I'm gonna do Storm.
Excellent. And proper Storm, right? Mohawk Storm.
Yes. There's not another Storm as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I just want to make sure I didn't have to kill your feet early.
No, not for that.
No. Excellent. Hey, Paul. Now, Paul, I don't know if you guys have been following Paul's social media or anything like that, but he has been teasing this piece all week. And it is crazy. So it's a 20 by 8 1/4. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, you got it actually on the screen. I can't see it now. Yeah. So explain this piece to everybody watching. This is just insane.
So a while back, I was commissioned to do like a Wolverine piece, and I think we settled on Outback era Wolverine, and you know how he gets like basically crucified to an X, and he just hallucinates in the Aussie heat. And I painted him before that, where he's like he rides up, and I mean, he's in the comics he's in a Jeep, but I thought he would look cooler on a motorcycle. And he's just looking up at the X, and the X is in the shadow, or is casting a shadow on him. And so I set the guy up a few sketches before I figured that out, or before we settled on that idea. And one of the other ideas I had was just showing like a huge landscape of like what would be Australia. I don't know. I've never been to Australia. I didn't even look up at any pictures. I just thought a whole like desert kind of no escape situation would be cool, and how there's pretty much zero shade. And so I just wanted to do that. And also like I wanted to work on something bigger for this, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to do it in 2 hours or so. So I'm like, let me just do this here ahead of time, and hopefully I can finish it in time for the auction.
Yeah, I suspect Camilo's tuning in right now going, mother, doing an Australian piece and he's not here with us.
Well, that's probably why he's from Australia.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, I that's probably a good thing, because he'd probably be like, there is nothing like that in Australia.
True. Yeah, he'd be correcting you live, going, no, stop that, dude. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. I think it's safe to say I won't be shipping this to Australia.
Excellent. All right. Philip's still kind of getting his gear up and everything. So, Chris, jump over to you.
Nightcrawler tonight. It's my favorite, so why not?
Excellent.
I always do Nightcrawler, and I wanted to make myself not do him for this. I was like, I'm gonna draw an X-Men I like never draw, which I didn't do because I draw Storm probably more than any of the other ones.
Well, isn't there like a situation now in comics where, for some reason, Nightcrawler is like every kind of character now?
Well, he's gonna be Spider-Man.
Nightcrawler, Spider-Man. Yeah.
What? Really?
So now you could.
Yep.
Well, there's that Nightcrawler like X-Men Sin series where a bunch of characters are, I guess, Sinister is like splicing mutant genes
Right.
and making a bunch of Nightcrawlers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that what's happening?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because I saw the press release for the Nightcrawler being the new Spider-Man, and the cover of it is just, it's like, I don't know, it's weird because they somehow gave him a mask that actually, like, almost like it's like had to be like shrink wrapped around his head because it form fits to his ears and like tucks into the gap of his ear. So he actually has the pointed elf ears inside the mask, and they stick out from.
Yeah,
the
I thought
mask.
that's weird.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, this is just I can't stop staring at it.
Well,
Okay.
good. Then it's effective.
Looking this up.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Sean, your camera went out of focus.
Oh, let me move this thing back.
Oh yeah, it reminds you of like Green Goblin's ears.
Yeah, very much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that actually Nightcrawler though, or is it one of those gene splice things?
That I can't answer, right? Because I didn't even know about the gene splice thing. So you just
Yeah,
said
Chimera. Yeah.
Gotta let it get.
Yeah, still blurry. Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Now you're in focus.
All right.
You got it. You got like a piece of blue or green tape or something you can put next to your paper. It looks like you're on a glass table, so no contrast for the camera. No contrast for the camera to pull at the moment.
Let's see.
You have to tell me when I slide my piece out of frame because I can't even see on there what my
Will do.
I can't see what mine looks like. It's like frozen or something for me.
That is wild. All right. I'll be right back. Also, all right, Philip is ready. Let me bring him in. All right, now we got Philip with us.
Mm-hmm.
Can
you hear me? Okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if you heard what we were doing. We're going round robin, talking about what we're drawing tonight, or what you guys are drawing tonight, since I'm not drawing.
I'm doing an annoying Cyclops piece for a friend because they know how much I hate Cyclops.
I was like, is there any other? Is there any other type?
Piece. I was hoping to actually have more of this done by times, like I said before, the live stream.
Wi-Fi is. Yeah, you keep jumping in and out. Like your Wi-Fi is having issues.
And
You were in the storm?
yeah, a little bit, like from 2 to 3, but it knocked out power. And
Oh wow.
yeah, truth be told, honestly, it goes to this piece is a straight rip off of John Byrne. I do new stuff from Days of Future Past.
So, someone asked, Oliver is asking, why do you hate Cyclops?
And
Why
right
could
now,
you-
I'm just
why
doing
would you
breakdowns
not?
for it.
Philip, can you hear us? Philip.
Oh, I guess not.
Yeah. So we will never know why Philip does not like Cyclops. It'll be a mystery.
I always
for-
like Cyclops. So
You know, I was more of a Havoc kid growing up.
yeah.
Yeah, Cyclops is okay, but
And you really don't realize how short Wolverine is. You have to draw him next
You
to
don't like his incessive cop
respectfully
energy?
normal sized
Nah.
people.
oh, this is gonna be a fun night.
I don't mean mean normal. Short versus tall.
Yeah, no. You just can't hear any. I'm gonna text him and let him know he can't hear anything we're saying.
Because he's like what, 5'6" technically?
He's probably
Like-
thinking that we're all
like
shunning
6'2",
him, like, you know,
6'4".
shit. I'm going off the rails. I'm saying some weird shit. Now no one's
Hugh
talking to
Jackman
me.
got everybody twisted, thinking he's
gonna
the
be
wrong
an
size.
Yeah. He's probably like, I shouldn't have said anything about Cyclops.
Yeah. Now he's trying to
Fucking
backtrack. No,
right.
I didn't mean to do short. I was just gonna say. Ugh,
I mean, he is an annoying Boy Scout.
there it is.
Making like don't even. Well, head small, but if you got to make it anything,
So did you guys watch the cartoons when you were kids? 92 one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
Thoughts on the reboot?
I'm hopeful.
Sorry, what was that? You broke up there.
Yeah, as I say, I don't know if Philip can hear. Okay, you can't hear us now. Yeah, you were at a point where you couldn't hear us. We were talking, and anyway, no, we were talking about the cartoon and the reboot that's coming. But yeah, I'm kind of excited for it.
I forgot
preparing
about it.
I'm preparing myself to be let
Yeah.
down like everything else that Disney touches. So
No.
I haven't heard of any update recently.
What, X-Men?
yeah, the cartoon.
Yeah.
They're apparently, from what I saw, they're actually like the Sin thing leads into the death of Krakoa, the island, and then the X-Men get thrown about. I don't know if that's the case, but that is what they're implying.
In the cartoon. I mean, that's a hell of a leap.
Yeah, no, that
And
sounds
it
like for the
starts with
book.
Sinister, apparently, or whatever the Sin storyline is.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely for the books.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is gonna be a fun night.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was watching. Once they announced it, I started watching the cartoon again, and yeah, it is so gloriously '90s, early '90s.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
hey, Sean,
I'm
your
not hearing a thing yet.
Sean, your
I'll be
camera
right
out.
back.
Yeah. But like in episode 2, there was like a huge Cyclops cringe moment where I forget, he was going up against Magneto, I think, but he says something and then he says not. Like with
Oh yeah.
with that hard stank that you would say in 1992, you know. I was like, oh, that is just painfully embarrassing.
Well, I hope because it's supposed to be a continuation.
Yeah.
I hope they keep that in.
Oh yeah, actually, you're right.
in
Yeah,
these new episodes.
Yeah, if we're gonna do it, just keep it that whole '90s look, the '90s, slang. That would be glorious.
This always happens. Every time I draw a character, I start like forgetting what parts look like, so I start making something up.
It's hard not to do with superheroes.
Yeah, it should be the easiest thing in the
Different
world to
costumes
remember.
every
Like,
13 days.
Yeah, I mean, you're currently drawing Colossus now at the moment too. So
I think this is how he looks.
How does he grow a beard?
that is a solid question. Yeah. Well, I mean, he can grow the beard when
He does it in
his
his human form, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
not
in
always
his human
steel.
form.
Yeah.
It's the same reason he has hair when before when he changed.
Mhm. Yeah, it just becomes Brillo pad.
You're just not
That is
supposed to ask. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Just don't rub them up against your iron skillets or anything because he will rust it.
Mhm.
I mean, when you were mentioning the I don't know how the ears on the Spider-Man Nightcrawler don't make sense.
Mhm.
It's kind of like all costumes.
Well, yeah, true. I mean, like Reed Richards had to run around the entire Marvel universe making outfits for everybody.
Unstable molecules.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the only way any of that would work.
That old MacGuffin.
It was brilliant. I don't care what anyone says. That was a brilliant move.
Oh yeah, that's a solid flex on the storytelling. Going, yeah, this is it. Boom, accept it.
How does everything fit?
Unstable
Well,
molecule.
Mike Ruth is saying, great fluid pose, Kelly. Loves it. Alicia wants that storm already. We're just now getting a chance to look at the comments now that the all the technical difficulties are mostly taken care of. Who's drawing
Knock on
DMX's
wood.
Perfector? An inside joke on that one. All right. So, Sean, you still pounding away on Bishop, or are you done with your part?
I'm done. Finished the last book, at least my part of it.
Yeah.
So issue 5 is in the can, I guess.
When we go offline, I have a question for you that it would be a spoiler if you answered it, so I can't ask you. Yeah. I have my thought over the storyline, and I'm curious, and I'm going to take advantage of knowing you and try to get the inside scoop.
Oh no, for sure.
Because I'm impatient.
It's
I'm absolutely loving the art in it, by the way. Even if I have the shittiest cover of all.
Oh, you got the Rob. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. You showed me. I was like, oh, yeah.
With the 836 teeth in Bishop's head.
Yeah. It's
Yes.
Did you get an Attack on Titan cover? What?
So Rob's asking, War College is only 5 issues, right? It's a miniseries.
Yes, yeah, only 5 issues. And I believe like issue 3 is the one that just came out. So
yeah, that's on. I'm always a week behind, unfortunately. I can't get to my comic book store till
yeah. And I know there'll be a collected edition at some point in like the fall. It's I don't think that's a spoiler because I think that's already being like advertised and like,
so they usually do that anyway with the collected. So
yeah.
Are you doing a new cover for that?
I don't know. That I haven't asked me yet. So it's because for issue 5, like I'm done with all the pencils. The anchor literally just got done with the inks, and so they're gonna keep emailing us about like colors and stuff like that. So
okay, actually, here's a question. Not sure if all of you can answer because I'm not sure if everybody colors or draw. Oh wait, no, this is a draw stuff. Sorry. So Oliver is asking, what books would you recommend to learn how to draw superhero proportions and poses? Or it maybe not be a book, or something else that you would recommend. Well, round robin. We'll start with Sean.
I think I mean, I hate to be, because it's probably the most common thing, the common one that's brought up, but anything by Bridgman, like I don't agree with everything he does, but at least how to do like gesture drawing is like the most. Like I use that all the time, especially when I'm like completely out of ideas and I can't like think of anything. And there's a book by artist Sean Martinbrough. It's How to Draw Noir Comics.
Yeah.
That's actually great.
And who'd you say did that one?
Sean Martinbrough. But those are that's definitely the only two I can. That like I've looked at those several times to get the most out of it that I can. I still do sometimes look at those.
Kelly, what about you? What sources do you go to?
For drawing superheroes?
Yeah, I mean that was the main question, surrounding superhero proportions and poses, but like we can go outside of the superhero world. I mean, think of poses and like what references would you find? Because like the noir book sounds really cool. But...
since they're right here.
Oh, we're getting a visual.
I like these books, the frame perspective ones, and the framed ink, just because they're great for setting stuff up and everything. They're not really pose-centric books, but...
Can you go a little higher on the camera there? Like you're just out of frame with the book.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that wasn't it.
Yeah. No,
it's called framed ink. Put it in frame. Oh, I like that one. Oh, that's a cool one.
Perspective.
Well, that's cool.
Oh yeah. Where'd you get those?
Fuck, I don't remember.
Oh, I'll be looking at those up. I like
the
that.
Store?
Screenshot.
Yeah. Dollars to thank you. What about you, Paul?
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna pick up Frame Perspective. I think that's gonna be a really good book. But I don't know. I don't really do a lot of superhero poses. I think that, which is kind of.
But I mean, do you use
contradictory to
anything
what
for
we're doing
reference?
here.
Like if you're putting something into a pose, or I mean, do you take photos for references? What do you do? Or,
Oh yeah, I have deleted many an embarrassing photo.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do.
Like sometimes I don't know. I follow like a bunch of artists. I'm sure you guys do too. Like for example, I think Mike Diodato it's like posts pictures of himself posing, and I'm like, oh wow, kudos to you. Like he's what 60 something I think, and he's posting pictures of himself. Like, you're like, yeah, you look great. Keep doing that karate too, and yeah. So I don't know. I'll figure out what the pose is or the situation is, and then see what the pose calls for, right? Or what pose is called for, and think of it that way. But yeah, I don't have any books or anything like that. Like I don't know, I like looking at a lot of photography and things like that too, just to see like what kind of how they figure out expressions for like inspiration.
No, that's
and
cool.
I don't know, right? Yeah, I don't know.
No,
yeah,
I mean,
that's
really, what I
a
was
really
trying to say. It didn't have
clear
to be a
answer.
book. Could be a website. Could be doing photos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to just do image searches for poses and stuff. Like, just I look for something. Like acrobatics or something. Like use that reference out of context, kind of stuff.
Yeah, like Cirque du Soleil would be good for any acrobatic character.
Yeah.
Or drawing, any superhuman. Yeah, Jesus Christ, those people.
Yeah.
Just insane.
I mean, I did that for this pose. I used just a photo from the internet of, I think it was somebody swimming, maybe?
Yeah, it looks like,
okay.
I could see that being underwater doing a,
That's awesome.
Like just after a dive coming kind of towards the surface.
So I guess That should have been my answer, as opposed to a bunch of books that had nothing to do with the
But
question.
had you not shown us those books, there wouldn't have been 2 more sales for that company because I'm guessing Paul and I are at least getting buzzed.
Yeah.
Chris, what about you?
Like,
Bud?
I think
Go ahead.
Oh,
sorry, I was just gonna say like parkour is a good source too, right? Besides like gymnastics.
Yeah.
And
Oh
swimming.
yeah.
But my problem with that
Absolutely.
is it's always just one of their friends following around with the GoPro.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's not-
You got to find that one
it's not
frame
like they're
that's
getting
still
really
in
great
focus.
angles. Yeah. The cinematography on that parkour one is great.
Yeah.
I also look at a lot of I mean I do it anyway, but I look at a lot of capoeira videos, just people playing against each other and stuff. So
Nice.
it always gives me an idea.
All right, Chris. Sorry. What's your go-to sources?
I actually have those same books that he has all that framed, and the noir one that Deshaun Martin wrote. That one's actually really good too. But same as all the rest of these guys. I mean, I pretty much use the internet a lot for poses. You look up something specific, like you said, like you want parkour or something. For acrobatic type stuff, or like a lot of people moving, or there are these books called Masters of Anatomy that they had a bunch of Kickstarters. They have a bunch of cool poses in them. I use those sometimes. Did that go out?
Nope. Sorry,
Nope,
I have
nope.
my mic muted because I was typing a bunch and I didn't want it to get all
Oh.
clickety clackety, and then I
There it
realized, I'm talking and no one can hear me. Philip, are
There's
you
this
hanging with us right now? Can you hear us?
Can you hear me okay?
Sure can.
yeah.
So what about you, man? What do you use for references?
I have so I actually broke down and got subscriptions to iStockPhoto.com. It's a extravagance, but it helps me. I don't do a lot of superhero stuff. So if it's a character piece, I'll usually go there to kind of get what I'm looking for. Mostly because I am not that great with anatomy sometimes. But if I can get the emotion down right, which is what I usually use iStock for, of like say right here, like soldiers wounded, like that's kind of what I shoot for. I'm not like everyone else here who's actually much better at it. So that's a good site I use enjoy, but that gets me like everything I need. Not just characters, just like weird things that people take photos of. But the Sean Monroe How to Draw a Noir book is probably another one of my favorites as well. I do the framed books, the framed ink books by Marcos Mestra. I'm a big fan of his. He has a perspective book out that I use a lot as well too.
And who is that author? I think we lost him.
That was one of the books that I pulled out, I think.
Basically his stuff, like Andrew Loomis and Bridgman are the two artists I still use for a lot of the ideas I have, where it's like, what is the body supposed to be doing at this point? And then just blocking out what I needed to do, so to speak.
Can I ask,
pretty well
with
really well
iStock
right now,
photo,
so.
Have you guys?
with the,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was wondering that because you're paying for iStock photo, what are you actually getting?
I literally can get almost anything on there that I'm looking for in regards to people, not so much superheroes, but just like situations and if needed, weird positioning. I think, well, like I said, for this piece, I looked up soldiers wounded and how they treated each other, and I used that for this piece. what it really comes down to is what tells the story well.
Yeah.
And then trying to figure out the right pose and a figure for it. It's always been a problem with me that I don't do superheroes as well, because it's just never been, I guess, for lack of a better word, part of my oeuvre. But I think it's probably why I like Mike Mignola. The man has terrible. I mean, and I say this respectfully, terrible anatomy, but you always know what's going on. Like to this day, he still did my favorite storytelling piece, and it's Hellboy. And Hellboy ends up landing in the scientist's building after falling from an airplane and his parachute not working, which is usually the case.
You don't need to know anatomy if it's in shadow.
And if you look at it, it's supposed to be a normal shot of him just standing there. But when you look at him, the first thing that comes out of Hellboy's mouth is, "This is the worst place in the world," and it's a bunch of shots of like, I'm assuming a patients that the scientists worked on that is with numbers on their forehead, and like stuff like that is what I look for in books and characters. I think my favorite piece of advice I ever got was from Sanford Green, who basically said, when you have a character, don't think about the character, think about what the essence of the character is. Like when you say Captain America, what is Captain America best known for? And then you kind of try to capture that. Like, yeah, there are some artists who may have a weird plan for it, but you always know what that character is, and you always know what they look like. And what they're supposed to be doing. So like seeing Captain America fly like Superman would just be insane. But seeing him throw like a dish plate would be weird, but at the same time, it's not out of character for him.
Yeah.
You'd be wondering why he threw a dish plate, but it's a dish plate. You're going, okay, he needs to stop throwing a dish plate. But you're not going to go, why is Captain America? You're going to ask more, why is Captain America throwing a dish plate? Versus that question of, is Captain America really throwing a dish plate? Kind of those questions versus him like flying. So, but again, it's one of those, but iStock really is one of those, it's a luxury item to buy because it is not a cheap one to have, but it does help me a lot, especially for like war zones, small abbeys, like weird things that you just don't think about.
Do you have like more access to other photos that you can't just
It's a work thing.
find on like by Googling?
They always tell you
iStock
be
photo
ready to draw anything
pictures?
comics. 9 times out of 10, some weirdo put it on iStock photo to sell it as an image for you, which is one thing which is what I really.
Yeah, I don't know if he can hear us anymore or not, but yeah, there's with iStock and Getty, things like that. You have both the creative side and the editorial side.
So I thought you'd just pay for like no watermark.
I mean, you could search through it all you want, but yeah, when you're paying for it. But there are certain things that don't show up in the search all the time, or you get super low res. But yeah, you could just scrape the site for like I use it for actual production, for video and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. If you're just using it for reference, you could just go right to those sites and.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I pay for it, but you actually don't have to pay for it. Truth be told, you could just go in as a member and just go iStock photo and then just see the images you want to shoot for. It's a little bit easier than Pinterest and DeviantArt sometimes, just because it's easier to find stuff that you're looking. They have to catalog well on there, and it's a lot easier to find stuff you're looking for.
Yeah, the search engine on it's really good. Yeah,
it may not be exactly what you want, but it'll be close enough that you can actually like do the math in your head and figure it out, like what it's supposed to look like.
Right. Yeah.
Do you guys remember when ESPN had every year? They did it for like 7 years, I think, but they had an edition called The Body. Where,
so,
yeah, I remember that.
They don't do that anymore?
No, well, they stopped in 2019 was the last issue published. But the website
that was really good for Muscle Mags.
Oh yeah.
But not even that. I mean, like they had athletes of all sizes, like because they had like offensive, defensive linemen, so they're not like super cut. They're just
Yeah.
big beefy dudes, and same thing with like the Olympic athletes. Not everybody is the sculpted statue-esque. They're just
Yeah.
But towards your Nightwing concept, if you ever have a question about what does Nightwing look like,
Uh-oh.
We lost him. I'll never know about Nightwing. No.
No.
I must.
one of those weird characters that make no sense.
Perfect.
I mean,
I agree. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, everything you said, I'm sure was
Be alive,
golden.
but
Unfortunately,
but he is, and he's got a great show on Disney.
wait, who's got a great show?
Who
on
has a show on
Disney?
Disney?
The Hawkeye.
Oh, well, he
Hawkeye.
he has
running around.
he has a show on
Should
Disney.
Be dead.
I wouldn't call it a great show on Disney, but I'll admit there is a show on Disney called Hawkman or Hawkeye. Hawkman.
Yeah,
I
we all
wish it
sit
was
there.
on.
Yeah.
I
you
was
can
just
live.
gonna let you have it.
You'll be fine.
I would much rather have. Well, no, I wouldn't want Disney to touch Hawkman. I want Hawkman
He is
ruined.
one of my favorite Avengers.
So what size are you working on tonight, Sean? Is that 9x12, 11x17? What are you doing?
No, this is 11/17. This is still Marvel paper. This is
Oh,
And
oh.
truth
I
be
still-
told,
I
I
still
think there's
got-
other sites that actually do stock photos, but they tend to be weird, like people in jumpsuits doing weird things. They use like, I mean, it's not bad. It's just like I can't use this at all.
you hope they can't use it.
Yeah. He didn't hear you. You know that.
Oh,
I know. I'm texting him to let him know.
Yeah.
I get that internet better in DC.
yeah, internet's terrible in DC. It's just like when I moved to Virginia, I thought it would be worse, but it's pretty consistent out here.
Kelly, what size is your piece tonight?
11x14.
I'm super
Like,
tempted
for real,
to give
like,
one
no.
loaf of bread.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I keep thinking about giving him a beard, so just that's how I keep seeing him nowadays. But
Knock the beard on him, man.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, come on.
yeah.
And Chris, what size is your piece?
I'm just doing 9x12.
You don't have to sell like just doing it. I mean, you're doing a 9x12. They make frames for 9x12s. It's okay.
I know I'm gonna
I don't think it
put
hurts.
some serious markers on this, and I didn't want to do like a really large one to like kill all my markers.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, so while I'm thinking about it, so this week when I post up the auction and everything, if everybody can make sure to share it, because I think we're getting a little low key shadow banning going on the tags form. I think I've been talking too much shit on Facebook lately because the last two numbers or last two auctions, the reach numbers have been drastically low. No matter whether I boost it or not, it's not getting any type of circulation. So, I guess I have to. I have to stop being mean to the Zuckerberg, otherwise he's going to pout and block us. Oh, Rob was hoping
Well, it's a
that
great
Vance would do
start.
Night-
Oh, he was hoping I would do Nightcrawler.
Yeah, he says he has a Venomized one on a sketch cover. He did a
Oh
Venomized.
yeah,
You did a venomized
I did
Nightcrawler?
do one. Yeah,
That's pretty dope.
that that was back in a phase. Like I was just kind of like starting to do more stuff on the like post stuff on the internet, and I did a lot of venomized versions of characters, and Rob and a bunch of our other friends were really into it, so I did a bunch.
Nice.
But yeah, I remember that. That was fun.
I have this horrible feeling I'm not going to be able to take this tape off without ripping the paper.
Well, then we just call it textured.
Yeah,
Well, it's going to be
Turn
quite
it into
textured.
turn it into a cloud.
That's right. Yeah, work it into the art.
Is that just painter's tape? That
Yeah, but this paper is kind of weird.
Yeah, I use I don't know, I watched this YouTube video and this woman was comparing different tapes for this purpose, and she found that this like regular Scotch tape was the best.
Really?
Yeah, and
Interesting.
I agree. Like I have this, but it doesn't. This would rip up my paper more, and this, and I've been using this for years, and it doesn't. I probably ripped it like once,
Huh.
but it also gets the cleanest edge.
All right, Scotch, you just got your promo.
Yeah.
Send us money.
F
Worth
FYI.
trying.
Yeah.
is that just magic tape?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
yeah.
just magic tape. Right. And then she also compared it with that, I can't remember what it's called, that Japanese tape.
The washi or whatever.
Washi.
That's what it's called. Yeah, the washi tape.
Yeah, I
And,
saw
My
somebody
wife
talking
has
about
a
using
ton of
that
washi
for
tape.
this.
She loves it.
I forgot about it, but
Got all these cool
Said
like
it was
images and
good.
stuff on it.
Was it another clear tape, like Scotch tape or something? Or, well, images, I guess. But I mean, it's just that type
no,
of tape.
it's got like
Yeah,
flowers
it's
and
kind of
animals.
it's kind of like
stuff.
a little bit thicker than Scotch
yeah,
tape.
yeah, it's like decorative scrapbook tape.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
all right. So, because we know that Disney and Marvel listens to this show all the time, so we should probably Dreamcast the new movie for them, help them out, because I'm curious on like what version of the X-Men that they would actually show up with. Like,
Yeah.
like I don't expect they're gonna do like a first class thing. They're just gonna kind of go, whatever is current, and then make their additions and make the comic book change to their additions. So like,
Well,
also,
I feel like they keep on alluding to the 90s
Yeah.
or eight, is it 8, right? With Professor X and his chair coming out in Doctor Strange, and then
Oh yeah.
with what's her name? When with Miss Marvel, and they had that little bit of the song from the cartoon, and then of course there's the cartoon.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, they're leaning into the cartoon, obviously, on that part
Yeah.
with the relaunch, but eventually they're gonna have to do a live action, obviously.
Yeah.
And if McElroy still is, Professor Xavier, I'm cool with that. He did a pretty good, solid job. I'm just more concerned about the core team. Like if they're gonna, I can't imagine. I mean, if they're gonna keep McElroy, hopefully they're going to at least keep some of the continuity from like First Class and Days Future, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a whole mess.
Say what?
So that whole thing's a mess. I'm not like the biggest fan of all that stuff. I think after X2 it kind of went downhill.
Well, I enjoyed First Class. I enjoyed that one a lot.
I like the Professor and Magneto part. I didn't like the rest of it.
Yeah,
It's one of the
yeah,
better
you're
ones.
right. There are some scenes with like when they're just fucking about at the campus for no real reason. It's like, hey, let's start throwing our powers around. And somehow Darwin dies, which really, I remember
Didn't happen.
yelling at the screen. you know, and dies in like the most.
Yes, his adaptive powers aren't very adaptive.
Yeah, and like somehow a you know, a glowing bonbon from Kevin Bacon kills him. I mean, yeah, it just made no sense whatsoever. Like, yeah, not even hitting him with like multiple attacks where he couldn't adapt fast enough. Just I'm gonna feed you something weird and you're not gonna be able to survive it.
Wow, I need to rewatch this movie. It's like you just watched it.
Oh no, that memory is burned into my area. I was so angry at that moment because the entire scene is just kind of dumb, where the kids are just kind of throwing about their power, but they're kids, so it's like, okay, good. The kids would kind of do stupid shit like that, you know. But then when the Hellfire Club shows up, and I forget the guy's name, who's Nightcrawler's dad, who's basically Red Nightcrawler.
Azazel.
Azazel. Yeah.
I was like, okay, he's pretty dope. I was waiting for him to do some crazy shit, and nah, he just kind of. I mean, although it was pretty cool to see him teleport a bunch of dudes, go up in the air, drop them, then teleport back down. I was like, okay, that's kind of a heavy flex for a mutant to do.
I hope they know that they don't have to put Mystique in these movies.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to be the leader of the X-Men or whatever.
Yeah,
That's only because it was Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, that's what I would be cool with seeing. Well, no, she died, so hopefully we don't see her. Because you know they offered
But
her
these
that.
things aren't connected, right? Like this new one's not going to be directly
A
connected.
lot of those
to
choices
old
are because
movies.
of who's playing the character. Like Jennifer
I kind
Lawrence
of
was
hope not.
big at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't Marvel movies, and they don't seem to carry that stuff over when it's not.
Well, yeah, I mean the only reason I'm leaning on that is because McElroy showed up in Doctor Strange as Professor Xavier. So
Well, sure.
that's what I'm saying. But of course, it's the
Fan service.
multiverse, so it could be on a different, you know, different Earth. So not that.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind if they just redid like stories that they kind of already alluded to. Like if they did Age of Apocalypse again, if they did like
But why?
I don't know.
Why wouldn't you want them to pick a better story?
Well, I mean, you know what I mean? Like there's all these movies that like could have been better.
Okay, fair.
Like
fair.
like the like a third Phoenix one, but this time they actually do it properly.
Oh shit! My brain failed me. For some reason, I was thinking McElroy wasn't Doctor Strange, but it was Patrick Stewart. Rob just corrected
Patrick
me.
Stewart,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that got thrown in that, and it definitely won't be Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, I think he's done.
Oh yeah, Michael. Yeah, we were talking about the Spidey Nightcrawler a little earlier. We were trying to figure out the mask thing. And Danny's asking about the New Mutants movie. Pretty amazing, right? That would be a definite Danny comment. Yep.
I liked it.
I like the cast.
Enough. I liked it enough. Let's put it that way.
All right.
I got nothing else to say on it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I didn't have much of a reply to it because I haven't finished it yet.
Wow.
Yeah,
I wouldn't fight for it or anything, but I didn't hate it.
no, I mean I like the idea of it, and I'm a New Mutant fan more than I am an X-Men fan, and
Yeah.
I like the idea of it.
yeah, just the execution of it kind of sucked.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah.
I agree with the idea to make a movie about the New Mutants.
Let's do it. Let's do it
Where
right.
our visions
I mean, I like
separated.
the idea of any movie.
I wouldn't go that far. There's some movies that like, okay, whose cousin is involved in this movie that it got done? Because there are some movies that the idea of that movie is not, no. I'll go to my standby on that one. The remaking of Blazing Saddles as an animated movie for children. No, that never should have been a concept or been greenlit. Like I really would have loved to have been in the pitch meeting on that first time it was pitched, and to see the executive just like do the J. Jonah Jameson laugh and, oh, you're serious? Because that is just.
Is that a real thing?
Oh yeah. It's
What
been
the
done.
hell?
Yeah. I always blank on the name of it every time we talk about it, but yeah, it's like a dog inside a cat world type thing, or it might be a cat inside a dog. I forget. But and they're samurais instead of the Old West. Yeah, it's just insane because we know how samurai cats feel towards dogs, so that whole storyline makes sense.
Yeah.
Super weird.
Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank, a 2002 film that no one saw and no one can remember.
Except you.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, I am like the Emperor. Yeah, that my hate keeps me alive. Yeah, I would age like Dorian Gray's portrait if I didn't have my hate fueling me.
I mean, I'm with you. I get it. Hate's my favorite thing.
Oh, so Oliver's got a question for you, Paul. So
Yeah.
and it might not be what he's thinking. Oh, okay, I get it. Hang on. So he's asking if you can explain the Wolverine's X shadow on the ground, but I think it might have been before you started doing because the sun's low on the horizon, so it's actually making the legs make that shadow. I don't.
Yeah.
He might have been asking while you were just starting it and probably didn't register until you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, I don't know what part of science this is, but I'm sure the X wouldn't cast a shadow like that. But it looks cool.
There you go. That's all that matters.
This is Wolverine on Tatooine. There's two suns. So it's got,
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're all Marvel properties, so Wolverine can end up being on Tatooine.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah. Star Wars X-Men crossover.
We pull in Bishop's grandfather. He opens the gateway.
Yeah.
Boom. We got X-Men in the Star Wars universe, baby. Like Darth Vader tries to, flex on Magneto. Magneto just crushes his helmet.
Yeah, the Empire is fighting the Shi'ar Empire.
Yeah. Oh, Disney, hire us. We've got your whole story planned out.
Maybe this is what the X-Men show is going to be.
Professor X Yoda. Oh. That was from Michael Duncan.
His name is.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
The name has to be Professor X Yoda.
Yeah, just Yoda starts. He's an adjunct professor at the Professor Xavier School of Gifted Children.
Yeah. And it's just Patrick Stewart with Yoda ears.
Yes, totally. Yeah.
I think we got it. Cut.
Mm-hmm. Nailed it. All right, Disney, give us your money.
Get the Russo brothers to direct.
I just want royalties on the toys.
Yeah, it'd probably have a longer shelf life than the movie would. All right, so I need someone to kind of fill in some of the blanks. We were talking about it earlier, but so Mr. Sinister is splicing up and making clones of Nightcrawler. Is that what it?
Oh man, among the things he's doing, yeah.
Oh, boy. Okay, so does he explain why he's going out? Like he's no longer going out to the Summer Boys and going after Nightcrawler. Was there a purpose for it, or is he just taking his time and fucking with each X-Men at some point?
Yeah, does he have a goal?
You have a whole cache of DNA from everybody.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean that was the deal he made with Professor X when they started Krakoa. Like when they wanted to do resurrections and stuff, he was just like, I need somebody to recreate these bodies. It was better than Sinister, who's obsessed with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But what does Spider-Man have to do with Krakoa?
Yeah, but that's what I'm just trying to why Nightcrawler? Like, he's not a regenerative character unless they've changed him. And it's not like, I mean, don't get me wrong, super cool, and everything, but like if you're going to base like DNA splicing, wouldn't you take someone like Sabretooth or Wolverine or X-23?
Yeah.
I think it's
I
the
just
fact
didn't know if
that
there
it's
was
that teleportation combined with the other powers.
Wait, did Nightcrawler get a glow up? Do you have more than
I guess we're
teleportation?
gonna have to read it.
No, if anything, he getting a downgrade. If anything.
Oh, okay. Because I'm saying, I know it's been a while since I've read X-Men and stuff, but I didn't know he had. Yeah, I assumed he just had his, teleportation and prehensile tail stuff.
No, I just mean like everyone else, like all the clones or whatever, have like they're spliced with other X-Men.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay,
doesn't want to be.
Gotcha.
So you have like X-23 with claws and stuff, plus you can teleport.
Well, that just doesn't seem.
Because they initially showed that in the House of X thing that Hickman started. You see it looks like a Nightcrawler character. I don't forget who else he spliced with. He's red or something in this one. In that one, he's like a red Nightcrawler, like his dad. But there's also it looks like magic, but with Colossus like metal.
Oh, so full metal, not just like the arm.
Yeah, like
Nice.
her entire self or something. But that's all in the beginnings of
Are
all
you
the whole
entering
house.
chats? I feel like if you're talking to somebody, I can't hear whoever.
You guys can't hear me?
Paul, can you hear anybody?
Yeah.
Can you hear anybody?
No, I can't hear the other side of your conversation.
Oh,
I don't know if it's
fuck,
just me.
or
Or people.
I can hear everybody.
Okay.
This is so wild. I'm not sure what is going on, but I guess we're gonna have to find a new platform for next season because Sean can hear everybody, I can hear everybody, but you guys can't hear. Wild. So is everybody watching? Can you guys hear more than just me? Hopefully, because that would just be weird if you could only hear me and watching everyone's art. And
I can hear other people.
Answering questions.
yeah. No, this time it's south of the border, Mike. It's not just a Canadian thing. Okay, so people watching can hear everybody, but for whatever,
okay, so it's just
yeah, but I mean, if you guys can't hear, that is so fucking bizarre. Now, are you guys using phones or anything? Like maybe they've gone into like some type of rest mode.
I'm using a
my
phone,
phone's
but I
still-
can see everybody's stuff
No.
still, and like.
I'm not using a phone and I can't hear him.
Okay, that's wild. But I just wondered if God damn it.
Yeah, I can see and hear everybody. I guess just not everybody can hear me. Maybe it's just me.
Oh yeah, Paul's in Canada. That's right. It's the Canadian taint that we have in here that's causing the problem, just like last week.
It's the snow and the maple syrup, the police cowboys in red uniforms.
Sorry to be quiet. I'm actually just trying to look up, see if there's anything I can do to fix this.
Did he just tell us to be quiet?
No. I said sorry for being quiet. I said I'm just trying to see if I can fix this real quick.
I'm like, this show's going off the rails pretty heavy now.
Yeah, this is the best
All right,
episode
everybody
so
shut up.
Yeah. Oh,
Everybody
wait. So,
shut up, I'm
wait.
Googling.
You guys can obviously hear each other because now you're responding to you guys giving me shit. So,
This is true.
All of a sudden,
Yeah.
see, you guys are just fucking with me this whole time. You could hear each other. Yeah. Okay. All right. I promise I will never say Canadian taint more than 3 more times in my life. That's for
That's the magic word, actually.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's why throw some shade at Canada.
Yeah.
They quickly fix their shit.
Yeah. Make a note. Put it on a post-it note beside your camera. Canadian taint.
But somewhere where you won't see it for like a little while. So that when you do see it, you're like, what the fuck is this about?
Yeah. What's this note by my American taint? Oh, all right.
The best part is the closed captioning knows what taint is because it is captioning. Oh no, I'm Paul's that came up with American team instead of taint. So I guess
American team.
they're censoring the Canadian version of taint. Because every time I say taint, and I'm going to say taint like at least 4 more times, taint is showing up in the closed captioning as taint. There. Yeah, because even the
I'll
closed
leave it to the experts.
yeah, that's right. So, Sean, what are you working on now that Bishop is over? I mean, not over, but you know what I mean.
So, I mean, as far as like just sequential work, I got to finish up the Hate It for issue 2. I've kind of passed the halfway point, so I really gotta push. Took me forever to do like this one page. It's just like too many people on it. I don't know why I did this to myself. It's like a guy just kind of walking through a town, and for some reason I decided, I should show a lot of people, so to get a full scope of the town. And it always that always looks like a good idea when you're doing a small little thumbnail, and then you blow it up on the page, and it's like horrible. It's like what am I doing?
Just change it into the smallest establishing shot ever.
That's when you change it to a night scene and just go nothing but shadows. Everyone's in the dark.
Yeah. What would Mike Mignola do?
Exactly.
Not have a crowd.
Crowd's bad idea. Shadows, great idea.
That being said, okay, in relation, I guess, to the previous question, do you have any books or resources you would suggest for sequential work?
I don't remember the name of the book, but it was a book done by Brian Hitch. He kind of went through a lot of his process and stuff, because I kind of wanted to do that really like cinematic movie feel for my work. I don't think I ever achieved it, but it's but I was always trying to go for that, or at least something like it.
Right.
And it's a lot of him going through like how he breaks down pages and stuff like that. He actually doesn't really do a lot of small thumbnails. He like gets cheap like copy paper. Is I think it's usually 11 by 17, sometimes bigger, and he just kind of does really rough sketching on it. Like, and he'll use anything like pencil, magic marker, whatever.
Is it Brian Hitch's Ultimate Comic Studio?
Yeah, that's it. And
so you mentioned like how you like your you're going for a cinematic feel, but couldn't quite achieve it. Is there like any specific reason why?
Um, I think it's just like so whatever influences for him that helped him just kind of make the decisions he makes with storytelling. I just never seen or exposed myself to, so it's just like we're just gonna make different decisions, like when we're just kind of left to our own devices. And most of the time, when you're thumbnailing a story, you're just kind of by yourself with the script. Like I'll look for reference for stuff, but um,
Yeah.
that only goes for so far because you sometimes find yourself looking up more reference than actually putting lines down on the thumbnail, and that can, I don't know, that's just, it's not a good problem solving way to get through telling a story. Like your
Mhm.
brain kind of shuts down if you rely on too much uh reference for anything.
Right. Like the intuitive part kind of goes away.
Yeah, and you kind of need the intuitive part. That's kind of the only thing that will help you like create something that might actually like resonate with somebody.
Right.
So it's like even if like you can be drawing like a really rough like even if it's a bad story, if you just not if you're not thinking in a way that's gonna it's gonna cause you to try to problem solve a way to see what visual will affect the viewer, then it's just it's not gonna be good.
Right. Because if you're going for some sort of effect or emotion or feeling with your work, but you're also looking at or relying too much on a reference, the answers you're looking for the effect, if this makes sense, aren't going to be in your reference necessarily.
No, it won't
Like,
be. Yeah,
yeah,
it'll you'll. It's like you're basically picking up you're picking up answers to some of the wrong problems, and it's just
yes,
it won't always work. It's best to go ahead and just think your way through it, even if it's a bad idea. Just think your way through it, and and just try to persevere. Like I think creativity really does come out of a sort of a state of difficulty.
Hey, Sean, can I interrupt you real quick? Can you push your art up just a little?
Oh yeah, sorry.
I mean, it's for everybody else, not just me.
No. But yeah, it's even if you're going through art block, like art block sometimes it's sometimes a helpful thing because it can just kind of cause you to have to force your thought around the problem.
yeah.
You just kind of
And
push.
sometimes with reference, it's like, especially if it was somebody else's creative thing, like photo or a film or something, their goal isn't necessarily the same as yours. So if you're
Yeah,
copying it too literally, you're
yeah,
gonna end up going one way when you meant to go another.
yep, yep. It's, it'll especially suck if like whatever problems they're trying to solve is
Yeah,
that's the wrong answer, and you're just copying the wrong
yeah.
answer.
And I bet you they didn't achieve the exact thing that they wanted to achieve either.
No, they're probably fighting and warring just like I am, and when they just settled on something, they probably don't even like it, and I'm looking at them like, oh man, this is amazing, and they're it's like
Yeah.
no,
No, it is not.
like that was
This is
my
the
worst
wrong color
idea.
entirely.
Yeah,
Yeah, and first of all, you're looking at it on your phone, and
yeah, it's completely different. It's just like like when you're like for artists who want to draw comics and they look at a lot of comic artists try to and they're copying just to see like basically understand how to do it. You're copying all their mistakes too. You just don't know it yet.
Yeah, it's true. Never thought of that like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul.
So, do you have?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
Do you have a preference on like for people to actually see your comics on like paper or digital?
I mean, I want people to buy my comics in every way available, but I have a preference for print.
Yeah.
Like I want people to be able to hold it in their hand and read it and
All
I
5
personally want to
copies
see
of
it in
each
print.
issue that they buy.
Yeah. Appreciate it. But yeah, I want to see like the actual book. I don't want to see a digital copy of it necessarily. You see that throughout the
Yeah.
entire comic making process, digital images of all the art, like on every
Yeah.
stage. Just like I don't want to get the finished product, and I feel like I'm getting the same thing I've been looking at like this whole time.
The do you get to proof your comics?
Well, they do for Marvel when they do the color work, when they do run the pages by everybody to show close to what it's going to look like. They also send like a digital proof before they send it to print, just for any last minute like notes or anything like that. But by that time, it's like nobody wants to put any notes in it. They're like, no, it's fine, send it.
Yeah, just get it over with.
Get it out of here.
Yeah.
We're not even on this issue anymore. Hurry up.
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what's going on. I was like, I'm not even on this one.
That character died already. Why are we still doing this book?
Yeah. Just like it's like we pretty much. It's like you're dead. Let's just let him go.
That's right. Yeah. We've already had another character take over that mantle. Move on. Hey, so Paul, real quick. So, Oliver was asking. I'm sorry with you, but I'm gonna go. How many hours a week do you put into your art, drawing or painting?
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. Let me do some math. I don't know. Maybe 40, 50. 40, 50 hours a week, something like that. Because I do it full time.
Yeah, so it's your full time gig. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And then
so let's put it more of a perspective. So a piece like this massive piece you're doing with a huge landscape. How much time would this take you to do?
I think that I did this an hour, like maybe 5 hours before today.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I did it like almost every day for an hour.
This would be like an 8-hour piece,
on,
or
like commissions and stuff.
8-9 hour.
Yeah, something like that. I'm like, I don't know. As I was painting, I'm like, I think there's like faster ways to do this. But then, I don't know, because I started it on pretty much Sunday.
Yeah,
I didn't feel like I needed to rush anything. Right, and then so if I feel like I have a gun to my head, then it just takes the fun out of it.
Yeah.
Right,
as it does most.
Which
things.
is pretty much the point of doing this, right? Mm-hmm. Like, and also, if I were to start it from the beginning today at 7:00, then I would feel like I know I would be rushing things and it wouldn't be as fun. Whereas because I started this earlier, I'm like, yeah, let's just do this, erase this, redo that, and just leisurely add layers.
Oh, and I think it was for Oliver too. Just quick follow up. There is now the X shadow, so now the sun has hit the. I would say
yes,
that's looking great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that looks great.
Thank you. Yeah, I tried to make it like in reference to what Sean was talking about with like this cinematic and stuff. I made it like widescreen, like anamorphic. I think.
I was about to say it's very anamorphic. Yeah, like if you look at any old Western movie, it's got that total credits opening shot or the establishing shot where they spend a lot of time just letting the camera roll because it's like we're just going to get as much of the environment as possible. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know. It would be cool if you could like paint things as in motion, right?
Mhm.
But obviously, you just have to paint one frame.
Yeah, no, so
I'm not gonna do.
I think at that
Yeah.
point you need some like dynamic blood in your hair. Get like an X-file going on there.
Yeah, I'm gonna paint 23 more of these for 1 second.
Just flip it real quick.
Yeah.
Everybody enjoyed that. There's your 1 second. Well, before we lose Philip again, I want to get his stuff on there because I've been staring at his work right now, and I'm getting such a great Bill Sienkiewicz vibe off of it. Like, cool
Oh yeah.
New Mutant covers and stuff. I don't know if he can hear us or not, but trying to give him a compliment.
Who's
Oh, and he's gone. All right, so
who's carrying Wolverine?
That's Cyclops.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
It looks awesome though.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And I think I butchered Bill's last name. I always have problems with his last name, but
Bill S.
yeah, Bill S. We'll go with Bill S. That works.
I'm not even confident. I wasn't even confident that it started with an S because there's so many weird letters.
Yeah, and somehow you get a Kev and an itch out of it as well, and there's a Z at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
I think his YouTube channel has his like last name spelled phonetically.
His I know his website does. Yeah.
Oh, is his website? Oh.
Well, I mean, I don't know if his YouTube page or doesn't, but his Facebook page and his website page do. Actually, like the header of his web page has Sienkiewicz. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Mike. Mike typed it phonetically for me. yeah, Rob, that's what we were talking about. It had phonetically on his website. Yeah. No one did Juggernaut tonight. Sorry, Michael. And where are the
I
Juggernauts?
just thought it was just like X-Men, like, you know. I don't know. I guess Juggernaut's technically an X-Man now.
Well, you know, I'm not saying you didn't read the spreadsheet, but I'm going to say I had it on the spreadsheet that it's X-Men, but then in parentheses Mutant Universe, so you can go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't read the full spread. I was just like, X-Men, yes. And,
yeah, that's enough to get you in.
yeah.
Then you just draw X-Man.
Yeah.
Yes, the least recognizable character ever. Just make sure you get the ball cap on backwards so people know that it's X-Man. Oh yeah. Yes, the douchiest frat boy in all of Xavier's school of gifted children. Yeah, he rolls up in a Ferrari that his parents bought for him. asking where the lacrosse team sign up is.
That's an amazing storm.
It is. That is beautiful. I'm not sure Kelly can hear you at the moment either, though.
Oh,
No.
thank you. Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. He's just being rude. My mistake. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah. He was just, I know.
Yeah. You're not telling me anything that I haven't already discovered.
You expected it not to be?
Yeah. Did you not see my name on the credits for this being here? I should have known.
That's exactly why I'm surprised.
Hey, Kelly, are you able to talk about your new project yet, or is that still?
Well, I can talk about the Karloff thing, but I can't talk about the other thing.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the Karloff thing for now. Whatever.
Oh.
You know.
Well, why don't we?
I'm sorry. What?
I said, why don't we?
Let's. Dude, the door's open. Walk on in.
All right. So, their Gold Key is back. And their first book they're putting out is a resurrection of the Boris Karloff old anthologies that they used to do. And there's a Kickstarter right now that ends in a few days, and it's for a special edition of the book that's like an oversized hardcover thing with a lot of behind the scenes stuff. The book will come out through the direct market like normal, but it'll just be a regular comic book. It won't be fancy pantsy. But I'm doing the continuing bookending story in each issue with Michael Conrad, and it's also the one that has Carl.
It's currently on screen at the moment too, though. So did you do a short story in it, or I mean, what's your what? Gotcha. The Warehouse, art by Kelly Williams, script by Michael Conrad. Yeah. I've got it on screen at the moment now. I went to the page to pull it up. Throw their money at this. Help out. Help out. Yeah. Do it. You got 5 days to go, peeps. Yeah, I was saying, I remember it was first day type thing. It blew up pretty quick.
Which was nice because then I was like, all right, well, I don't have to think about this again if I don't want to.
Oh, yeah, sorry, CJ. Yeah, you're right. I threw that up real quick and forgot to add the audio to it. So fantastic. So yeah, amateur hour on my end. I apologize. Kelly was just talking about the everything that was showing on screen. So, go ahead and go to Kickstarter without me prodding you to do it and give money, and I won't fuck up again. I promise. I won't fuck up again in the next 10 minutes.
And go.
Yeah. I'm putting a timer on the wall. So, and is your the book that I can never remember the full title for? That one finished?
Captain Suave.
Yes.
Yeah, that issue 5, which is the end of the first arc, came out a few weeks ago, and there'll be a second arc
Cool.
at some point. We haven't gotten that far in. It's already written. It's just a matter of figuring out the who's, whys, and whens.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe not the whys, but all the other stuff.
And getting that slacker artist on it.
Yeah. This is just me trying to get around. Like, I'm doing other stuff, so don't have time.
So is that actually white paint or using white out to make the lightning bolts?
It is.
Or ink.
So you can read it right there. It's acrylic whiting.
Oh, nice.
So it's just thicker. I use it for pretty much all of my white stuff.
You got amazing depth on this right now. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
The only compliment.
It almost looks like it's an animation cell.
Oh,
on top of
don't,
him.
don't, oh,
Yeah,
don't feed his ego. Don't feed his ego. I mean, yeah, it looks
Well,
great.
that's not what I wanted it to look like. Feed my ego. What ego?
You're like the best.
You're so awesome.
Wow.
I want to hang out at your booth all weekend. Cool.
You don't have to. You don't have to be good for that.
Chris, what's going on with you, man? What have you been up to?
Nothing much. Just my
Mm.
normal job, taking care of my son. Trying to get in art whenever I can, pretty much.
So how much time are you able to put to your craft every week?
Oh, he's about to turn 1, so lately I can probably get like maybe an hour or so in a day.
Yeah, baby, raising that baby. Yep. See, that's reason 635 on my list of why I won't have kids. If I ever decide I want to draw art, I won't be able to.
It's tricky, but I mean, I'm trying my hardest to get as much as I can get done.
Yeah, and
That's all
really,
I can
it's just
really
me
do.
being a selfish prick. You know, I applaud every parent that has the gumption to do it. That's just not me. Oh, hey,
I mean, you kind of.
Benny Burrows just said he jumped on your Patreon, Vance. Awesome, Benny. Good.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Everybody else follow Benny's lead. Rob says he always tells you have 3 choices: win, snooze, or draw.
Yep. That my son's name is Winston. We call him Win for short, so that's why he says that.
Nice. Okay. All right. I was trying to figure. I was like, okay, I get the pun
So
reference.
it's either the kid, take a
sleep,
nap, or draw.
Nice. Good,
Pretty much.
good on you, Rob.
I remember when my son was first born. No, not like immediately, but like that would have been weird. But I still had to draw, and I typically draw at night, and that's usually putting me in charge of him when he would wake up in the middle of the night crying. So I would
Yep.
feed him, and then because I would just stay up and draw on the couch, and for some reason there was like New Japan Pro Wrestling on some random network, and so I would just stay up looking at that because it would keep me up and keep me interested. And so I would like literally, because my son would immediately go back to sleep. So I just put him on a boppy,
Uh-huh.
and even though it has express instructions telling me not to do that, but I would put him on there, and he seems fine. But
Yeah.
and and to prop him up to watch the TV too, and we would just watch New Japan Pro Wrestling, and it would keep him kind of engaged until he fell asleep, and I could keep drawing.
Nice.
It's like you had to steal time when you have kids to draw.
Yes, definitely.
Speaking of, we'll call it pro wrestling, but I'll put it in quotes. But our buddy Nathan has been teaming up with Primo Wrestling, and they've been streaming it. And I have to tell you, it's like it's about 3 steps down from like the televised pro wrestling, but it's about 2 steps above backyard wrestling. And fuck me, is it not fun to watch? I was so entertained last night watching this. So if anybody is into wrestling and just wants some, mind-numbing entertainment that will make you giggle and smile, and you don't have to put any other effort into it, follow that Primo Wrestling. It was, I'm guessing it's all local, like Winnipeg, Central Canada. Yeah, it's kids. I say kids because I'm 50, but it's young people trying to get their break into it, and oh man, just the showmanship is phenomenal. I mean, yeah, even
What's it called again?
Primo, like Primo.
Primo.
Mm-hmm.
Like the good stuff.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, total commitment out of the rest. Yeah, like, and I was giggling because like, if the match goes 5 minutes, these poor kids are completely gassed because they're not, they're not full athletes yet. So
Yeah.
that's the polite way.
That's a nice way to put it.
Yeah. And I mean, because if anybody's ever boxed, they know 3 minutes is a long fucking time to throw hands. You will be gassed. So these guys are running around ropes, flipping, jumping, and by the end of it, it's just like, I'm pretty sure one's whispering in the ear, pin me, let's end this now. Because like they're doing the like one guy Shadow was doing like the back slap type action, but it's just like he could barely raise his arms. He was just so tired. It was like, oh, poor guy. It's like, I know you're trying to give us the sound effect, but it's just not happening. Because like when he's bringing his arm down, it's just like, not even a wet noodle noise. It's just like, did that hit? I'm not even sure if that made contact. But the guy receiving the back blow put everything into it. He's all flopping on the ground, like he's just had his fifth and sixth vertebrae dislocated.
Maybe.
Yeah, it could have been, but he got up 10 minutes later, walked out fine, so I'm guessing not. But committed to the bit, and that's what I like.
Sold it well.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, if they'll if Rob's saying he wants to hear me and Nathan comment like JR and Lawler, I mean, if they want to send me up there, I will fully commit to doing Lawler's bit. I will go crazy.
You got to buy a crown and everything.
Yeah. I mean, I will have the onesie under, and I will jump in and pull down the one strap when shit gets real.
Yeah.
Oh, Benny is loving that landscape. Wow. Oh,
thank you very much.
And I'm just going to state it now for everybody watching that, since we are getting to the end of the season of this, I hate calling it a season, but this run of tags, that I'm breaking my rules. I'm bidding on some of these pieces. Yeah, I'm involved is what I'm saying, folks. So one, we're doing X-Men. 2, these are awesome. 3, I did my taxes and I'm getting money back. So
nice.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Oh no! Oh man, sorry.
No. But they're getting money.
Oh, that sucks.
Now, I'm breaking out the nerdier nerd side of me. You did get all your write-offs, right? Like every piece of software, every piece of
As much as we could remember.
Oh, you got it. All right. Go through your Amazon shopping list for 2022 or 20. Yeah, and look for anything.
Oh yeah, we looked at some of that stuff.
All right, yeah, everything. Because like, I'm always surprised at the end of the year. Like, oh yeah, that is a write-off. I forgot that. My streaming service that I use write-off. Very little.
Yeah, I haven't went that far yet, but
I
think next year.
I went from owing 5,000 to getting back 2,000.
We had to pay 3,000, but we started out at around 6,000 or 7,000. So.
Now you write off your office there, right, at the house?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then whatever the percentage of that space is, that equates to utilities, cell phone, all that. Okay, all right. Making sure, because I want every artist not to have to pay money. That's what I'm getting at.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to get an argument from you on it.
But I like paying for stuff. I like owing the government money.
Right.
I feel like a grown up.
Danny said he went from getting back $1,500 to immediately having to replace the water pump on his wife's car. So, well, hey, it's better that you're getting the $1,500 back.
I don't know.
That water pump was obviously going to blow whether you owed or were getting back. So, never mind, baby. I'm one of those obnoxious glass house shut the fuck up guys. Try to find the positive. And people hate it. Yeah, it's 1,700, but it means you only out 200. Come on.
Yeah.
Gotta find the goodness, baby. Oh wait, Rob wants a Wu-Tang crossover night, but what would the crossover be with Wu-Tang? Can't leave it open-ended like that. Yes, Michael. Yeah, we are. Yeah, you can tell this is an old video podcast because we are talking about taxes. And I'll tell you, like, I'm half torqued. Talking about saving money, that gets me going. Rob, come on, that's half-ass effort. He wants Wu-Tang with anything, Muppets, Turtles, He-Man, etc. Gotta focus it in, man. Otherwise, it's just a chaotic mess.
Do Wu-Tang and Usagi Yojimbo.
Yeah, Wu-Tang and the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Of course, I immediately went towards the Muppets, but because that's my jam. But yeah, Turtles would work. Actually, one of my favorite mashup pieces Hugh did when we did the Rick and Morty night. They had Rick and Morty with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So you had Rick and Morty in turtle disguises, and it was like something you would see on the show. It was just so painfully, obviously, a piss poor disguise, but it's working. Wu-Tang Fraggle Rock. All right. Get a little more deep cut.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
At least now we got the they're both musical, so you got a common thread. So Benny is saying Vance gonna have to do a He-Man versus Lionel for him.
He-Man, Lionel, huh?
I'm gonna, in that celebrity death match, I'm gonna take Lionel for the win on that one. I think He-Man would get to the point where he's ready to strike down, but he's gonna see him as a cat, and he's gonna get that cringer kind of battle cat emotion going, and not be able to do that final swing. Boom! Kitten cat come in from the side swipe He-Man, blind him. Lionel just takes him out. Oh, or maybe Batman versus.
When you're saying Lionel,
like
Lionel Richie.
Yeah, that's the Lionel I'm talking about. Yes.
Exactly.
You nailed it. Yes. Yeah. And he tells He-Man that he is the one he's looking for. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm in.
Lionel and Lionel Richie. Lionel Richie.
Which I'm sure is a joke that has to exist on the internet already.
Oh, I'm sure someone has done that. Yeah. Photoshop exists for those reasons only. That is the truest form of Photoshop. Do mashups of celebrities into 80s cartoon animation. Yes, I realize that cartoon animation might have been redundant, but in the spirit of tags, I have, drinking more than I've eaten, so I am Because again, it's X-Men night. I was really into this. Had a good time. Yeah. All right. Oh wow, we're getting a lot of things here going on here. Yeah, Danny, you're a little slow to the punchline there, buddy. We already got the He-Man versus Lionel Richie, but appreciate the effort. So then Lionel Richie versus a gargoyle. Wow. All right. Wow, Lionel Richie's getting more love right now, or maybe it's he. I'm not sure at this point, but either way, he's been mentioned more tonight than ever in any of our past episodes. So, Lionel Richie, send us money. We just propped you up, buddy.
I do what I can.
Yeah, this segment's brought to you by the 1980s. Low rock from the 1980s.
I think you should have a Lionel Richie night.
I'm not against it.
No, yeah.
I don't know if anything's gonna sell.
No, but it would be fun, you know. I mean, because you dance on the ceiling, you can make some good out of that, you know. Like, it doesn't have to be just Lionel Richie. It could be him just in there somehow, like, you know.
You just want to use the song titles? Is that it?
Yeah, something. Yeah, go that way. Yeah.
You can interpret the songs.
Now, would we be able to dig back deep to the Commodores, or are we just stuck with Lionel Richie?
Sure.
Okay, all right. Yeah, then I think we can get on it because you got like Stuck on You.
See, I already got something for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that just opens up to so many right there. Wait, no, I
will be doing.
Actually, I think Lionel Richie. That's a Lionel Richie song, not a Commodore song. Sorry.
It is. Yeah.
I think for my piece, it will be an interpretive dance.
Oh, so you are going to be painting 23 frames or 24 frames.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't go 30. I don't want that TV feel. I want 24. I want the gritty film vibe to it.
I was going to do 60 frames for some slow motion.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I mean, okay, so boy. Oh, you know what? Actually, probably the best song, Night Shift.
Mm.
That could bring in some cool, like I'm picturing like Batman on top of the gargoyle with his beats on, getting ready to jump down 10 stories and land on some punk's neck. Just like
But he didn't kill him though. Didn't kill him.
No. He knows how to hit on the shoulder, so he just breaks a collarbone. He doesn't get the internal decapitation by knocking vertebrae 3 through his throat.
He's not a murderer.
No guns, just sharp razors and bombs.
Sharp razors and bombs. That's right.
That's right. But no guns. Yeah. Oh, Benny, you have to kind of go through our past because we did actually a movie poster homage. And I think we did it twice. We did one with the Muppets. That was fun because I remember Carl did like a thing, and I have to look it up. But yes, we've done movie poster homages once or twice. That was always a fun night. Maybe we'll do that again for next season. Album covers. I don't know. I felt like that might be too much like what Marvel did when they did all the. But I mean, we'll see. Because I want to try to not do as much redundancy as we ended up doing this season. Keep it open.
Oh, like when they did like the hip hop.
Yeah. I remember when they did the hip hop. Yeah. And they were cool. I didn't want to seem like that's what we were doing at the same time or shortly after.
It's been a while since they did that, though, hasn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm talking like when we were first starting this. I mean, honestly, I forget whose feed I saw it in, but Jesus, I didn't realize we've been doing this for 4 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, did not know that. That made me feel old, but cool.
You're practically old enough to buy beer.
Sorry, I'm reading all the suggestions coming up in the chats. Some good, some bad. Well, I won't say bad. Just some I'm just going to ignore.
Some good, some bad. Mostly bad.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of shit in there, but every now and then, someone swallowed a diamond, so you got to root through it. So, Benny, you're a fan of Winnie. Are we talking about the Pooh, or are we talking about the Wonder Years? I know of 2 Winnies, and I just want clarification. Because actually, I'm cool with doing a Wonder Years mashup. See if we can get some of that Fred Savage love. Oh, wait, Fred Savage love. There's our crossover right there. Yes, Danny. Danny's asking for a Rebel Girls cover night to save him some money. But speaking of that, one of our very own, Danny's got his comic book out in available for pre-orders now. So Rebel Girls, and not spelled the way you'd think, or maybe it might be. I don't know. But anyway, Danny, pop it into the chat so people know how to search for it. But go to your comic book store, ask them to pull from Keen Studios, Rebel Girls from our very own Danny Harrell.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty
Congrats.
cool. There's some great covers, and actually, Daniel Lansdowne, who's often on tags, did one of the covers. So I'm gonna say that's the cover you want to get, because it actually is a really cool cover too.
Is this a first book or just
It's
a new book?
his first book ever.
Oh, nice! Congratulations on that shit.
Danny, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I got it right. But it's Keen Studios or Keen Comics. I think it's Keen Studios, like Keen. And cover H is Daniel's cover for everybody. Oh, all right, Danny. I get Keen Spot. Damn, I'm all over it. And I guess there are some other tags, artists with covers on the way. Wait, how many fucking covers does this issue have? Or are you talking about like other issues? Man, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, it's like they're giving Diamond a run for the money on the number of covers they're putting out there, or Dynamite and the run for them. Got some fucking covers. Philip, I don't know if you can hear us or not, but goddamn, that cover is looking, or that piece is looking. Be like a New Mutants cover. If Cyclops and Wolverine were the New Mutants. But.
Yeah.
He can't hear us. He can't hear us at all, can he?
I'm wasting all this.
Does he know it?
I don't. I sent him a couple times. I think he's just powering through. He's gonna. Yeah, I sent him a couple of notifications. Poor guy.
He knows his camera's on.
Yeah. I did let him know that we can still see him. Oh, hey, actually, Philip, if you can hear us, I'm noticing that your microphone's muted on your end. Oh, that might be a problem. But take the compliment. That's what it is. If you can hear. So Sean, in the Bishop War College,
Yeah.
who is your favorite character to draw in it? Besides Bishop, can't use Bishop because it's Bishop.
Oh, so I only got to draw him a couple times, but and it's out in issue 3 now, but it's I got a chance to kind of redesign how Colossus looks a little bit, and I really enjoyed like drawing that version of him.
He kind of faded out. Did you say Colossus?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's super rad.
And I kind of changed his look. I made him look more like a pro wrestler because I didn't want to copy this look, but and I was just watching a lot of wrestling that night, but and it just made sense at the moment.
Got a little of that Zangief build into him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Um,
It makes sense now that you said that you went pro wrestling. Oh yeah, that build totally works.
Yeah. So I just like designed some gear for him and stuff. So that was pretty fun to draw. Other than that, I don't.
Yeah, now that we talk about Zangief and you're doing the beard on him, Colossus's chest hair. Why are we not seeing that?
Oh.
I mean, he's
got a shirt, so I guess I wouldn't.
But no, I'm just talking in general. I mean, we because we've got the bearded Colossus now. Why are we not getting the metal taco meat?
Yeah.
Is he like, oh, this hurts too much, so he waxes before he turns into like.
Want
maybe he can mentally
the chest.
Sorry, what were you saying, Kelly?
I said maybe he can mentally choose. Like when he's changing, he's like, I think I'm going to keep the beard.
See, that makes him kind of a prick at that point because now he's like, it's a choice.
Well, he's kind of a prick now, isn't he?
But I'm going with like, more the hipster prick. Like, he's gonna wax his beard, his mustache before he turns into Colossus, so he gets his perfect shape and sculpt. And he decides what stays, what goes.
Well, what is he now? Like 90? You gotta find your fun where you can.
They don't age.
Oh, see, I didn't
barely
realize.
age. Like everything in Marvel happens within like they just pretend all like 100 years of history happened in like 30 years or something.
Yeah, because because I actually addressed this once in this is DC, but they addressed it in the Batman storylines. Like, even though the book comes out once a month, and so but each story is like a night, or how many nights that pass in the storyline. But so even though you're reading 12 months worth of books, it's technically 2 weeks. I mean, I thought it was an interesting way of handling it. It's like, yeah, okay. Colossus with a man bun. No, never. Fuck off, Rob.
I'd divorce him.
And then he was saying that he likes the shorter hair on Bishop too.
Yeah. One of my favorite Marvel artists made this current design for Bishop. It's Russell Dodderman. But in like I've seen other artists like draw that look, and sometimes it's hit or miss. It is like tricky to nail. Because Russell Dodderman makes him look like he's a model or something, man. He looks like beautiful.
Yeah.
I didn't go that route because I was just like, I guess I was going for like 90s Bishop that just looks like this now. So he's just like always intense looking and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So So I didn't really go for the model look at all, but
Yeah, but he's not kicking the Mario Van Peebles hair either.
no.
Yeah. Which is good. I mean, because every time I saw him in the old '90s, like I don't know why, but and I'm not sure what I saw Mario Van Peebles in with that hair, but I always had that connection to it.
Oh man, was that the? No, that wasn't when Mario was in like Highlander, right?
It might have been Highlander. Now that you think about it, yeah.
He was the magician or illusionist.
I talk about a waste of an actor and a script. Ugh, God,
Yeah.
now I'm gonna have to go look that up. God damn it.
Like, I don't know how you had Christopher Lambert and Mario Van Peebles in the same movie in Highlander and still messed it up. I don't know how that happened, but it happened.
Well, I mean, at least it was a course correction from the second movie. I'll give him that much for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That second movie was, oh man. Again, I wanted to be in the pitch meeting for that. Like how much coke was being snorted off the coffee table as they were coming up with the ideas for that.
Oh, I mean, coffee table and maybe people. I don't know.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Strippers and booze in there, and
yeah. And then okay, and Jeremy Irons. Oh yeah, we got to get Jeremy Irons in this because fucking Jeremy Irons.
He's like, I think he's in the hallway. Let's go get him. Like,
he probably just like walked by from another meeting, and the guy came up from his coke line and really, thought he saw a hallucination as he waves to him while he's just walking by.
And Jeremy Irons just like the psychopath start waving at me across the hall. Like, he asked me to be in a movie.
Oh shit.
The pitch meeting is probably more entertaining than a movie.
Yep, and that's the movie I'm thinking. That's where he's got that hair. Yep.
Yeah. Man. Never saw
because it was like,
wig.
because when he had it down, it like flowed over his shoulder, but then he was able to kind of turn it into a skullet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
We're gonna have Jeremy Irons, and we're gonna put him in long hair. We're gonna give him a sword, and like a Kurgan sword, like a big sword. No, man.
No. You've seen Jeremy Irons. He can't hold that.
Can't hold that.
We don't want to.
Must be reasonable here.
We don't want to piss off Jeremy Irons.
No. Oh man, what was that thing? They were trying to say they were immortals or aliens or something.
Yeah. In the second movie, they were aliens. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But okay.
Oh Jesus. Yeah. Okay, I gotta stop drinking when I do this. I guess we're saying Jeremy Irons this whole time, but Michael Ironside.
Michael Ironside, yeah.
I knew it was a metal thing.
Now it's a guy with an iron name.
Yeah. I'm like, wait a second, that's not right. And the whole time, I'm like, I'm saying it wrong, and I'm bringing Sean down with me. I can't embarrass him.
That's okay. I was totally running with it. No, like this is fine.
Yeah. No one corrected me in the chat, so they were all rolling with it too. So we're good.
Yeah. It would have been funnier with Jeremy Irons in it.
Yeah.
Would have been even more insane.
Well, and the reason it caught me on when you started talking about the swords, I went, wait, no, because because his fucking name in the movie is Katana.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did he like? Because I'm guessing they, because I don't remember them saying that. Oh, they created the katanas on the alien planet. So like, did he come to Earth and go, oh fuck, they have a sword named after me? Oh, I guess I'm using this now.
Got to.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
It's oh man, he's saying like he inspired katanas. I don't know. I don't know what the point of the whole alien and I mean,
money. That was the point.
Yeah. because I'm like, because I'm pretty sure I remember in the first movie, like Connor's dad admitting that they found him or something like that, but they raised him like from a little boy and up. So I'm like, when he said nothing about a spaceship and or lightning coming down from the sky or nothing, he just said, "Oh, I found him. I raised him." I think it's just weird when they try to explain immortals. It's like, no.
Oh yeah, they were just wrapping themselves around it.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. We'll just
No. The series eventually saved them though.
yeah, I have to admit, it took me a while to get into the series because like they went,
Yeah.
Who can we go out and find that's piss poor of an actor? Yeah, as Christopher Lambert, but has the same amount of charisma too. So and they did it. They nailed it. It's like wow, you got the charisma of Lambert and the acting chops of Lambert. So, chef's kiss. Perfect.
And I think that guy, Adrian Paul, yeah. I think he got the role mostly because he did fencing or something like that, and they were just like, no, he's really good with a sword, and so they're just
the classic art of fencing and how easily it translates over to claymores.
Yeah. Like he's pretty good with a claymore. Let's give him a katana. Like, okay. And I think Adrian Paul had to learn kendo and martial arts just so he could not look like a fool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the action scenes in the first season were pretty embarrassing, but by mid second season things were looking pretty good.
Yeah. Only one thing that got at me about that show, and I was obsessed with it, and my family used to like laugh at me about it because it just made no sense how they would get their sword. Like, how would they hide their swords? Like, I would swear I would see Duncan walk around with like a short leather jacket, and he pulls a sword out, and I'm like, what the hell? Like,
their prison pocket.
It's that Mary Poppins technology.
Yeah.
That's right. Their alien Highlander technology allows it to be a telescoping katana.
Yeah.
You can't argue with it because you don't know nothing about alien technology.
That's why I was agreeing with it because who am I to say?
I would like obsess over it. Like if he's got the long coat, I'm like, yeah, sure, okay. But this little jacket,
he's wearing his little biker jacket. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, no,
it's not in his pant leg.
Yeah.
He's walking in with like a
he's
stiff
just walking with a stiff leg the whole time.
Maybe just doing the stiff leg walk and just
it
was a pain when he brought both swords.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming Adrian Paul was the template for the Batman the Animated Series Nightwing.
He might be.
Yeah, I mean, between the hairstyle, both being like extreme weebs, and just the that level of 90s confidence that they were exuding. Yeah, and they both had a dojo. Shit, yeah. The only thing is if
that's right.
If Highlander had a jet ski, then it would I would think that he was Nightwing at that point.
God, I completely forgot Duncan had a dojo. You get to go and learn Japanese martial arts from this Scotsman.
Yeah, who did train him? Who did train him in the series? Did they ever address that?
I think they did, but it was like, I don't know. It was only one episode, so I don't quite remember it.
Yeah.
But was it Remo Williams?
Oh, now there's a crossover I'd fuck with. Highlander and Remo Williams? Yes, please.
Yeah. It's I think I like the movies more than I'd like the show, weirdly enough, even though I was watch the show a lot.
Well, there's more of the show to watch. I mean,
Yeah.
it went on for like what seasons or something. It was on for an impressively long time.
Yeah, I think it was like what 6 or 7 seasons maybe.
Yep,
It was
6
going
seasons.
on for a while.
Yeah, 6 seasons.
Yeah.
From
Man,
1992 to 1998.
Wow.
Yep.
Collecting checks. But
Hell
okay.
yeah. Yeah, I'm really surprised that one hasn't been reimagined again.
They keep wanting to, but they just can't. I think they just keep dropping the ball. I hope they don't.
Well, you know, Hollywood's dead inside, so, you know, at some point they will. Yeah. It just depends on
Find
who
a way.
owns it and who realizes they can make more money from it again.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, since we're in 90s shows, a 90s show that I never watched when it originally came out, but I'm like neck deep in it now is the X-Files.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that is such a fucked up show. I can't believe that was out in the 90s.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's this one episode that was like banned
Home.
afterwards.
I just watched it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Home. Yeah. Because they played it once and the network would never play it again. And I understand why.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Is it safe to ask what happens?
It's about a family of inbreeding, and you know, basically like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
I loved this episode so much when I saw it.
Oh man, fucking intense! I watched this a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, wow, okay, I understand why this one was not ever replayed. I mean, the fact that they got it past standards and practice the first time, it makes me want to see like an uncut version of what they had to give up in order to get this on air. I mean, in the cold open, they bury a baby alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what made the cut. You know, it's like Jesus Christ. And when oh shit,
it's a good episode.
Oh, it's so good. And the sheriff's name, Andy Griffith, because you know they're going for the joke. Sheriff Andy. When he gets killed, holy fuck, that is just brutal.
Remember. I watched that episode recently because I found out it was bad, but I don't remember how he died.
He gets beaten to death. I mean, and literally the three sons, you know, just beat him to death with his wife under the bed watching it happen.
Oh right, yeah.
So that's not how. Yeah, I'm assuming I just broke through some barrier in your brain that was trying to protect you, so I apologize. But...
yeah. All of a sudden, I'm shivering.
Yeah. and the weird part about it, or just the mind blowing part of it, is like nothing is resolved. They leave, and a sheriff, a deputy die. They don't bring anybody into custody. I mean,
it's as if like somebody was like, you know what? They're gonna want us to make a sequel episode. Watch.
No,
this is a good one.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like, wow. But yeah, I mean, and
now I'm gonna go watch it.
Yeah, but like watching it, you just realize like I'm confused on how Fox Mulder became an FBI agent. Like, I know they say that he was like this awesome profiler, but he is absolutely batshit crazy.
Oh yeah, no, sure.
Yeah.
No, he is not sane at all.
Yeah. And it's like how and I'm starting to piece together how he's keeping his job, because I just found out who his real dad is and all that shit. But I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
That's the only reason he's and I'm saying it like it's a spoiler. Sorry, 30 years later, cigarette smoking man is dead.
It's cigarette smoking man.
Yeah, I'm trying to hold it off like I'm gonna give up a spoiler here. Sorry, but yeah, because it was like okay, they had to do something like that because it's the only reason he could keep his job.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, Benny, I think you might be doing too many deep cuts. A Magnum PI night and CSI night. The CSI night would just be like a bunch of dead bodies on the floor. I don't know. I mean, is there even an iconic character that you could pull from CSI? And I'm not saying it like to be shitty. I just never watched CSI. I don't know if there's any.
Just that sunglasses dude.
Oh, sunglasses dude. Oh yeah, sunglasses dude. I remember sunglasses dude.
Isn't
I don't know his name
on that or one of them?
I'm sorry, what?
Isn't Ice-T like on one of those shows?
Is that a CSI
No,
that he's
Law
on?
and
I know
Order.
he's on a cop show.
Yeah, it was on Law and Order. Yeah.
That's another week.
Well, I would just
That will be the
for
crossover
whatever.
CSI Law and Order.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
And Wu-Tang.
exciting.
Here we are. Yeah, with Wu-Tang. Yeah, that's right.
How come there's only 2 people in here today?
Where?
Is that a reference? I apologize. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up here. We got. Michael's asking if anybody knows if they're going to finish Rap Spawn with Jamie Foxx. Still, no, they're holding
No.
off at the moment. But
No, it's never gonna happen.
He was also linked to like a Mike Tyson movie, or rumored anyway.
Jamie Foxx doing a Mike Tyson movie.
No, I feel like I heard rumors about him doing a Mike Tyson movie or something, but
Because he's not happy with the one that we have.
no,
Which was a good movie.
I think this was years ago.
Well, I mean, Michael Jai White played Tyson.
Yeah.
It was an awesome flick.
Yeah.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
existed.
I think it was like an HBO original, but it's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Oh. There was a Mike Tyson show that came out, and like
You're talking about the
he
animated
didn't
one?
even
Love that
no.
one. Oh, I love that one. Mike Tyson's
Yeah.
Mysteries.
Yeah, Mike
God
Tyson
damn, I
Mysteries.
love that show.
Yeah,
So
that
good.
show's great.
And, yeah, okay, that's another pitch meeting I want to be in because they had to be so high and laughing their asses off when they came up with that. Because every episode is gold in that one.
Yeah.
Actually, damn it, lost my train of thought. Went down the. Oh, you guys ever watch the Ip Man series? I say series. Not talking about the actual TV show that's on now, but I'm talking about the movies.
Yeah.
I've watched up to part 3
With Tyson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That fight is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And the behind the scenes stuff of it is crazy good too, because like they sat down and structured it because Danny did not want Mike to like hold back, but he also at the same time didn't want to get hit by him. So
Yeah.
But yeah, the coordination, the choreography of that fight scene is so good. Like it's right up there with the Expendables, like when Dolph Lundgren and Jet Li fought. It's that level.
Yeah.
They put a little more cinematography into it, where that's like one of my favorite stories of the Expendables, where they were doing that fight scene and they kicked like pretty much everybody off set. And
What?
yeah, they faked it. They faked that they were wrapping up for the day, and then they kept the director of photography and a couple others behind. They just kept the cameras running, and Jet Li and Dolph Lundgren fought.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and like I mean, yeah, obviously they fight, but they were sparring, and but they they
Well,
wanted it.
now I don't care.
Yeah. But they wanted it in, like all the wide shots, not trying to do the close up shit, so you can actually see them do what they do well. And
Yeah.
That whole scene where where Jet Li gets inside and is just like hitting him in the rib cage is legit. And then because then Dolph Lundgren grabs him and picks his ass up. And it's like, that's
This
how
is
it
the
would...
first one, right?
the first one.
Expendables.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's kind of how it would go, The little guy would get inside,
Yeah.
better make those shots count real quick, because now the extra 100 pounds that he has on you, it's not going to go well. Kelly, what you working on?
Comic.
Oh, thanks for clearing it up. I didn't see Splort, so I wasn't sure what it was.
I
do see Splat.
It's the thing I'm working on right now.
Oh, can we not show it? Do you want me to?
Technically not supposed to talk. I don't care. There's nothing happening on this page.
Okay, all right.
Well, I mean, I guess there is, but it doesn't matter. They're not the boss of me. Shh.
Don't worry. I'm sure they're not one of the 20 people watching.
Oh, close.
All the hard parts done. Like,
Tiger.
let's see.
Are you gonna put in the BAMF sound effects, or are we keeping it silent sound effect, Chris?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm talking
I hadn't
about
thought
it too.
about it yet.
It looks beautiful. But I'm like, okay, now do we get BAMF in there? Because
I had thought about it. I'm like, a little ways to go. This is always the trickiest part of the Nightcrawler.
Yeah, and I always wonder too, when they came up with that, if BAMF actually meant what it means when they first started using it and they were Easter egging it, because like that's pretty cool, or if it's just a lucky coincidence.
Yeah, I don't know.
Rob definitely wants an X-Files night next season. I mean, I don't know, man. How many fluke monsters can we get drawn in one night? I mean, no one's on, Fox or Scully. They're gonna...
I might.
Would you?
Maybe, depending.
Although we did, KC did the Kermit Miss Piggy Fox and Mulder, which is awesome. Yeah, I want Skinner with Mulder in a headlock. That's.
All right, I think I'm gonna call it a night.
I think you've earned it. That piece is beautiful.
Thank you very much. Well, fellas, really great drawing with you, painting with you. Amazing pieces, everybody.
Yeah, you
Thank
too.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
man,
you.
that's looking great.
Looking forward to seeing them all done. See you guys. Thanks,
Bye,
Stefan.
have a great night.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Good night.
I know we could just leave.
Oh, dude, it's always been an option. I've told you that before. You
You're
come
right.
in late,
No, I know. I'm
leave
kidding.
Yeah, actually, since you're done and Paul's done, we may just call it a little early. We'll end at 9:30. 2 minutes. Oh, yeah, okay. Rob came with a good idea for the X-Files night. If Nathan Phillip be on it and have him replicate the evil tattoo, the Jodie Foster tattoo.
Wait, what?
I forget the name of the episode, but it was like season 4 where Scully is like obviously going down a dark path, and she finds some dude that she just wants to have like a pretty much a dirty one night stand with, and he's got a tattoo that is telling him to kill, and it's Jodie Foster.
Right.
Never Again. That was the name of the title. Thanks, Rob.
Wait. Gillian Anderson was going to like just like make out with.
Oh no, she fucks.
Sorry.
She straight up fucks. It's not a make out. Yeah, she is. She takes his.
How did I miss this? Anyway, sorry.
I don't know, but I guess you'll be looking for it on Hulu tonight. But yeah, it's yeah. She is raw in this one. She is just like done with Mulder's shit. Mulder's on, and actually, Fox is pretty fucking funny in this too because he's forced on vacation.
Yeah.
So he talks about how he's gonna go like the spot he wanted to go to for a long time to find his inner self or inner peace. Blah blah blah. He ends up going to fucking Graceland, and later in the episode calls Skull, and he's wearing the goddamn glasses. And when he hangs up the phone, he even does an Elvis kind of pelvis twist. And, it's like, okay, yeah, David Duchovny's having a good time on this shoot. And she is just going down this huge dark path. She finds this dude, and he's trying to like, date her, like, wants to take her out to dinner. And she's like, no, I want to go to that scumbag bar you go to. And he has this tattoo of kind of like it's not exactly like it, but it's got that vibe of like the We Can, the World War II worker woman type.
Oh yeah.
So it's got and they end up they're using, like, the guy who does the tattoo uses this rye and wheat that he gets from, I think, Russia of all places, and it's poisoned, and so it's possible that the guy's just obviously already a little mental unstable, and the poison's causing him to do it. But he's seeing like the eyes blink on the tattoo, and then it's talking to him, telling him to kill people. Like, he kills his neighbor. It's about to kill Scully. Yeah, and this whole time it's Jodie Foster, with Jodie Foster's voice going, you need to kill this person. In the sweetest voice possible, convincing you to kill somebody.
Of course.
Yeah. And then we're gonna go see aliens. I got a pod that'll get his first contact, Mr. Lecter.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a wild episode. Yeah. Oh, Michael. So the hardcore inbred X-Files one we're talking about is called Home, and I believe that's actually season 3. I couldn't tell you the episode number, but it's called Home. Check it out. You won't sleep tonight.
I'm super tempted to watch.
Oh, and it's so weird because, like, like going in down the psychological path of it, for like, you just realize how numb Fox and Scully are to this type of stuff. Mm-hmm. Because after this child's been buried alive, and then in a very, very shallow grave, because it's discovered by some kids playing baseball. Like, the kid kind of scuffs over the hand sticking out of the ground. Yeah, it's.
Oh.
Yeah. And then then you get your credits, and they cut back from the credits, and they're there, and Fox Mulder is basically standing on a child's grave doing practice pitching. He's got a ball in his hand that the ball probably was the ball the kid was holding when he discovered the dead baby. And he's just like talking about how he used to do pickup games in Martha's Vineyard, because, he's that type of prick.
That's identifiable.
Oh, God.
A completely relatable character trait there. Mm-hmm.
That's macabre.
Oh yeah, I mean, that episode is so fucking wild, dude. And Carl's been, waiting for me to watch this, and I'm like, oh, I got to get through it. It's not. I'm not there yet. So, season 4, episode 2. Okay, so it was this season. Okay, so yeah. But yeah, it's insane. It is. Yeah, and the cinematography on it is just great. Like I need to look up if it was Kim Wan on that one or what, or who wrote or directed it. But the use of shadows was really well done, and then the camera angles for seeing stuff happen through other people's point of view.
Yeah.
And I'm rubbing my temples right now because it's just like so. Reliving this is distressing, but like when the wife was watching her husband get beat to death, it's just like, God damn, it's just so gruesome. And then the reveal being that it's the 3 brothers' mother that's under the bed, and she just starts fucking screaming to be put back. Ah, yikes!
Yeah, it was rough. I love it.
Yeah. Rough is a good description of it. Yes. Oh, Torchwood! I forgot about Torchwood. Torchwood was a fun show too. Yeah. Even though I'm not a big Doctor Who fan, I never really got into Doctor Who. I enjoyed Torchwood though.
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
I kind of like more team type stuff.
Yeah.
And
that's a lot more interesting than watching 2 people, gallivant around.
Yeah. I mean, because you have more personalities you can deal with, and team book type stuff. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, you know what? We are at 9:35, and we can we'll end the stream now. But let the guys finish their work, and we will. I know three of the 5 are done. I already heard from Philip that he did drop out because his connection was bad, but he's going to have the piece done. So looks like we will have these ready to go for Monday. We will do the auction from Monday to Wednesday. I'll try to make sure there's no typos in the post. So there won't be any confusion on the days. But again, anybody who sees the post or watching tonight, if you can do us a solid, and when the auction goes up, even if you can't bid on it, totally cool. But if you can share it, get the word out. So again, I think we're being kind of low-key banned at the moment. I promise Facebook I won't talk shit about you anymore, or at least I'll hold that to my Twitter feed and I'll talk shit about you there. But yeah, everybody, thanks for hanging out tonight. It was a great night. The art was amazing. We will talk to everybody next week. Oh yeah, real quick. Yeah, I guess I should give a quick little preview plug for next week. I believe it is Muppet Mashup. I'm not on it, so obviously my level of care has gone down, but no, I'm way off. I've been drinking too much. I need to stop. Next week, 29th of April, is our Arbor-ish day, since Arbor Day is on Thursday, but plant a tree. We are doing Swamp Thing, Man Thing, Orchid, anything botanical, plant tree. We got Mike Ruth, Dan Lansdowne will be with us, Jason Flowers, Carl Waller, and Richard Pace. A big night. There's going to be a lot of Swamp Thing and Man Thing being showing up there. So we'll see everybody in a week.
I'm still mad that I missed that.
You know what? If you want to be on it, I'll make room. You want in? Let me know. Let me know by Wednesday.
Yeah, I should be good, but let me double check. Just
all right. It's a cliffhanger, folks. Will Kelly be there? Will Kelly not? We'll know. All right, but so yeah, so it'll be a big night. We'll see everybody then. And so yeah, one last thing before we let everybody go, so we can start promoting it now. So our last show of the season is 5/20. It is a Last Ronin night. And joining Mike Ruth, Jason Flowers, Carl Waller, and Camilo will be Ben Bishop. Ben Bishop will be on the show drawing Last Ronin with us on 5/20. So mark calendars. Don't want to miss that one. Share it around. We'll see everybody next weekend. Have a great night.